Thank you so much for joining us today for the African American Read-In. We are super excited to share with you some stories and some books. First up, Miss Darnetta is going to read a story to you guys, and then if you stick around afterwards, I'm going to do just a brief book talk, and I'm going to show a lot of really great books that maybe you're not familiar with. So thank you again for joining us, and we'll see you in just a minute.
Hello friends, my name is Darnetta Bolton from the Orland Park Library, and welcome to the African American Read-In program. Tonight we'll read a story entitled Saturday. The author's name is Oge Mora. She's the author and the illustrator of this book. So let's jump right in. Saturday. This morning, Ava and her mother were all smiles. It was Saturday because Ava's mother worked Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Saturday was the day they cherished. On Saturdays, they zipped to the library for weekly story time. On Saturdays, they lounged in salon chairs and got new hairdos. On Saturdays, they picnicked in the grass for a peaceful afternoon at the park. And on this Saturday, they would also ride the bus across town for a one-night-only puppet show. The day would be special. The day would be splendid. The day was Saturday. Ava and her mother could hardly wait. So, zoom, off they went. But when they reached the library, story time was canceled. Oh no, Ava cried. It's canceled, wailed Ava's mother. They paused, closed their eyes, and let out a deep breath. Don't worry, Ava, her mother reassured her. Today will be special. Today will be splendid. Today is Saturday. So, zoom, off they went. But as they left the salon, whoosh! Their hairdos were ruined. Oh no, Ava sobbed. Our do's, boo-hooed Ava's mother. They got soaking wet. They paused, closed their eyes, and let out a deep breath. Don't worry, Ava, her mother reassured her. Today will be special. Today will be splendid. Today is Saturday. So, zoom, off they went. But their peaceful afternoon at the park was loud. Oh no, Ava groaned. What did you say? It's too noisy, yelled her mother. They paused, closed their eyes, and let out a deep breath. Don't worry. Don't worry, her mother reassured her. Today will be special. Today will be splendid. Today will be ruined if we miss that bus. So zoom to the extra special one night only puppet show they went. We made it, Ava exclaimed as they arrived at the theater. Thank goodness, Ava's mother sighed in relief. Hooray for Saturday, they cheered. Tickets, chirped the lady at the door. Ava's mother reached into her purse. But the tickets weren't there. Oh no, Ava's mother gasped. I left our tickets on the table. As Ava watched, her mother crumpled. I've had it, she sighed. Story time was canceled, our hair was ruined, the park was loud, and now we're missing the puppet show. I'm sorry, Ava. We looked forward to this all week, and I've messed up everything. I ruined Saturday. Oh, so sad. Ava was quiet for a moment. Then she closed her eyes and let out a deep breath. Let's do it with her. She let out a deep breath. Don't worry, Mommy, Ava reassured her. Today was special. Today was splendid. Saturdays are wonderful because I spend them with you. So, slowly, hand in hand, off they went. When they reached their apartment door, Ava turned to her mother. She had an idea. What if we, Ava started. You know we could, her mother began. So they did. And what a beautiful day. The end. That was Saturday. Do you have fun plans for Saturday? If so, I hope you enjoy them. And thank you so much for joining us for our read-in. We hope to see you in the library soon. Thank you and have a great evening. Bye-bye.
Wasn't that story so great? I love listening to Miss Darnetta tell stories. So I'm going to share with you some books that I really love, and I hope that you'll enjoy them too. I've got some chapter books, and I've got a couple of picture books to share with you. So let's start with the chapter books. Up first we have The Crossover by Kwame Alexander. This one is the illustrated version. So there is a version that's just text, and this is text and illustrations. And while I love the just text version, adding illustrations to this story makes it like 1,000,000 times better. So there you can see, it's got a lot of illustrations scattered throughout. If you're familiar with the book, you know, he sets the basketball rules out by themselves. I love this book. I love the original. I think this one is just phenomenal. It's about basketball. It's about two twin brothers who are 13 and they play for their school basketball team. And it's just about them living their lives and interacting with their parents and playing basketball. And it's just a really fun story, and I think you're really gonna like it. So up next we have Hoodoo, And this is by Ronald L. Smith. And I picked this one because it is a little bit spooky, and it's got some magic in it. It's set in 1930s, and our main character is a boy named Hoodoo. And he lives in a small town with his family and everybody he's known his whole life. And then a man comes to town, and Hoodoo starts having these dreams about the dead rising up, and the stranger is coming to take over the town, and he knows that he's the only one who can protect them, but he's the only one in his family who can't do magic. So he's got to figure out how to get the stranger to leave town and how to keep his family safe. It's a really good book. It's not very long, and it'll keep you on the edge of your seat the whole time you're reading it. All right, so this book is one of my favorite books. It's not very big. It's called Nikki and Deja, and it's about two little girls who are best friends. And it's got a couple of illustrations in it. So here they are at school. It's not a very long read, but it is the first book in a series, and I just love these two little girls. They are hilarious, and they are sweet, and they are sometimes a little feisty. And it is, if you are a person with a best friend, you will totally understand everything they go through. All right, I know I said that was one of my favorite books, but this next one, so good. So this is historical fiction. So if you like reading about the past, this one is for you. So it's the summer of 1968, and our main character, Delphine, and her two sisters, they are gonna go stay with their mom for the summer. And their mother lives in California. And I don't know if you know about 1968, but it was a very tumultuous year. A lot of stuff happened. There was a lot of civil rights protests, so that's kind of like this past summer with the Black Lives Matter protests. And so these little girls go to visit their mom, and they discover that she's actually like an activist, and she's a member of an activist party, and she's not very good at being a mom. And so these little girls kind of get to know her as a person, and they have all kinds of adventures, and they meet all kinds of people. And it was just, for me, I learned so much about 1968, and I learned so much about what it was like to be a part of that community. And Delphine, the main character, is hilarious. So if you like realistic fiction, if you like historical fiction, absolutely read One Crazy Summer by Rita Williams Garcia. Are you ready for some picture books? I love a good picture book. I've got 3 here. You may be familiar with some of them. Some of them might be brand new to you. So we're gonna start up with Magnificent Homespun Brown, A Celebration. And this is by Samara Cole Doyon, and it's illustrated by Kaylani Juanita. And I love this book because it's basically a bunch of poems set to illustrations. But I just love these illustrations. I just think that they are so great. And it's all about different kinds of browns. So there's amber brown, and there's radiant brown, and it shows all of these wonderful pictures of just people enjoying themselves and enjoying life. And it's a beautiful book. It's relatively new. If you like poetry, if you like just seeing happy people doing amazing things, this one's for you. Okay, so this one you might know. This was made into an animated short. It's called Hair Love. So you may have seen the cartoon or the animated short that this is based off of. But it's about a little girl and her dad. And all the way that she likes to have her hair done. So here's her dad, and he's got to get up and he's got to do her hair. And it's kind of a challenge for him. But at the end, he manages to do it. And I just love this book because I love a good story about a dad and his kids. And I just love this little girl. She is so fun. All right, last book, May Among the Stars. So this is inspired by the story of Mae Jemison, and she was the first African-American female astronaut in space. So it talks us back when she was a little girl. The illustrations are beautiful. It's not a very long book, but I think that it's a really fun exploration of what might inspire somebody to become an astronaut or to become anything, really. It just sort of talks about how when you are small and you have these interests and these dreams, how you can grow up and pursue them. So those are all the books that I have for you. I tried to hit a bunch of different genres for you. We've got realistic fiction, historical fiction, fantasy, some picture books. So I hope that there's something in there that you can read while you join us on Beanstack for our African American Read-In Challenge. So to do the challenge, you will need to read 3 books. We want you to read a graphic novel or a picture book, a biography, and then a book written by a Black author. So you can read all 3 of those as picture books if you want to. You can explore our huge collection of chapter books. There will be a display in the library in case you don't know what to look for. We'll have some books pulled for you to help you with that challenge. And once again, thank you for joining us today, and I hope to see you at the library. Bye.